WWE Survivor Series 2012 pay-per-view results show. Now, I didn't do a prediction show just because there wasn't enough time in the day. We had a very, very busy weekend here on the site. We had UFC 154 went down last night, and then there's one that will come where you can check that out now. If you want to find the latest news, rumors, spoilers, and coverage of this pay-per-view and much, much more in the world of professional wrestling, you can go to Next Generation Wrestling site at Weebly.com, ProWrestlingUnleashed.weebly.com, 2xzone.com, and Wrestling.com. With that being said, let's get into it, y'all. Now, this wasn't a great pay-per-view. This wasn't a bad pay-per-view. But the last three matches really, really helped this show and elevated it into a decent pay-per-view at best. The finish was brilliant, but we'll get into that in a minute. But let's get into it, y'all. They kick things off. I put this on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at AR_official_94. That I didn't like how they were going to kick it off, but this match, it flowed well, it came together well, and ultimately it was a very, very good match. A 5-on-5 tag team match. Barotis Clay, Justin Gabriel, Tyson Kidd, Sin Cara, and Rey Mysterio defeats Tenzai, Primo, Epico, and the Prime Time Players. Very good back and forth action kind of match. A good way to kick off the pay per view. It had some time. Never felt like the match was dragging at all. But it delivered 3.5 out of 5. A good match. Definitely recommend this one if you're into the more, because they took out Clay and they took out Tenzai pretty early on in the match, and focus on the tag team. So if you like the high flying, quick lucha style wrestling, I definitely recommend you check this one out. WWE Divas Championship match. Eve Torres defeats and defends Caitlyn against Caitlyn. A decent one for a women's match. Pretty obviously predictable that Eve would retain. No real surprise here. An okay match. 2 out of 5. U.S. title match. Antonio Cesaro defends and defeats R-Truth. An okay match with Cesaro getting the majority of the offense going. Truth fit perfectly into this feud. The match I wouldn't recommend, and I don't really want to see the match again, but they don't have anything else for these two guys. And I like Cesaro, at least promo-wise. The matches are okay by him. Never been really a fan of R-Truth. Long Killings. I was back in TNA. But nothing much here. But we'll probably see this one go one more month. An okay match, 1.5 out of 5. Then we have the god awful, just joking, the segment that we don't want to see. We don't want to see at all. AJ Lee and Vicky Guerrero segment. Basically, anything new was AJ put up some pictures with Vicky Guerrero and Jim Ross and Burtis Clay and a couple other guys. And then Tamina came out there and laid out AJ. So hopefully, we'll see more of AJ in the ring than playing Photoshop with Vicky Guerrero. World Heavyweight Championship time. So Sheamus gets beat by the Big Show when he gets knocked out, and then they come back and call it a disqualification. Sheamus wins. Basically, what happened was the referee got pulled in when Sheamus was going with the brogue kick. They came out as Sheamus was distracted. Big Show hit the knockout punch, and then that's how they got their first win. Another referee came back and said, "You know what? That ain't fair. You're disqualified." Sheamus wins. So it's kind of a toss-up. I'll rule it. Sheamus defeating the Big Show as a disqualification. Another good match between these two. And the finishes, teases champion win, but ultimately, the finish makes sense. And it continues till TLC pay-per-view. I actually like this feud, and I'm looking forward to the next match. Hopefully, they'll put it in a chairs or a table match. No ladder matches. Stay away from ladder matches. But probably either the U.S. Championship or the IC belt will probably be in a ladder match. Look for the WWE Championship match being a tables match, or possibly TLC. We'll figure that out probably tomorrow night on Raw, and then on Tuesday on the SmackDown tapings. They got, I believe, another month, maybe a little bit less, until TLC, so we'll find out there. But a good match, 3.5 out of 5. traditional Survivor Series match. Team Ziggler defeats Team Foley. Basically, Orton laid out Dolph Ziggler, which was the final two on both teams, with the apron DDT. And then Orton went for the punt, but Dolph Ziggler played possum. Came back up and then, BAM! Kicked him right in the face for the win. Team Ziggler defeats Team Foley. Wouldn't mind to see, Foley wrestle. I believe we'll get that next month. That's a rumor at least. We'll see. WWE Championship match is on the line. It's going to be on the line. CM Punk is defending and defeating against John Cena and Ryback. Basically, Ryback hits a shell shocker on Punk and Cena, and then when Ryback goes for the pin, three security guys, which we find out later was Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, and Ramian Rain from NXT. Now, we've been reporting that Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose has been going to debut for WWE sooner or later from NXT. I've never heard of Raymond Rain. Who knows about this guy? Heard a lot of good things about Seth Rollins. I've seen him wrestle. I like how Dean Ambrose wrestles. I don't know about on the mic. We'll have to see from that, but it's a tipping point. And it'll be interesting to see what they have to say on Raw tomorrow night. They'll probably say, you know what, we've been overlooked. Ryback was in the developmental with us, and he got picked over us, and blah, 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 blah. Something like that. But anyway, that being said, thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Go to the site in the description for those links. Next Generation Wrestling so we become ProWrestlingUnleashed.weebly.com. Yes, I just hit my computer. 2XM.com, Wrestling.com, and of course follow me on Twitter. AR_official_94. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. Thank you all for listening on Spreaker. With that being said,